So if you follow my channel, you'll know yesterday I did a review on season 4 of F is for Family, which meant the 4th season had just been released and concluded. So now that there is a 4th season of F is for Family, I'm going to rank all of them, starting from the worst and going up to the best. So F is for Family is an Netflix animated original show, and it follows the life of a troubled family lived in the 70s, and just like most shows about these families, all bizarre things happen. But anyway, let's get into the ranking. Coming in 4th and last place, I have season 4, which was just released the other day. Now don't get me wrong, this is still a good season. It just feels very different from the others. If you want more of an in-depth review on season 4, go check out my review. But pretty much this show kind of takes the humor, kind of puts to the side. It does still contain a lot of humor, but it's much more of a family drama this season and holds a lot of emotion. The big thing I took out of this was the redemption stories. We see in the first few seasons that there's stuff like Kevin fails in school with everything, Bill's always getting bullied by Jimmy, and even Vic is living his best life but still a big addict to drugs. This season then kind of turns Bill into the bully on his hockey team. Kevin becomes popular with his music and studies in school, and that gets him a girlfriend and makes him realize that he should do what he wants with his music. And Vic kind of realizes that he isn't as young as he thinks he is anymore and has to grow up a little bit. But yeah, as I said, just this season has less humor and more emotion, and I really loved the humor about F is for Family, so I was really missing it this season, and it kind of felt a bit stretched out. And because it didn't have its humor, it just felt like a cliche family drama. Coming in at number 3, we have season 1. Now with my rankings, you probably won't see season 1 in first place a lot because first of all, they start off normally with fewer episodes than what it gets, and it just kind of lays the foundations of what this show can become, which I really appreciate and respect. Once again, great season, no hate towards it. It really does give us a good start to this show. It only has 6 episodes compared to the others which have 10, and it really spaces out the events throughout these 6 episodes. This season pretty much lets us get to know the characters a bit, get to know what kind of humor it is, especially since it's based in the 70s. So once we have enjoyed all this, once we have learned about all these characters and their type of humor, it can let us look forward to more seasons to come, which it did. And looking back to it now that season 4 has come out, it's crazy to think where some of the characters have come. Coming in at number 2, I have season 3. Now this one was really hard. I wasn't sure if this would be number 1 or number 2, but I've made my decision now. And I can't really tell you why, what the difference between these two is in terms of why it's better. I just feel like I enjoyed the other one too more, but we'll get onto that. This season has so many interesting plot lines, but the main thing I took away from this and enjoyed was the introduction of the character Chet. So Chet worked in the Air Force in the Army where Frank wanted to, so they build like a nice relationship, and Chet seems like such a nice guy with his wife Win-Win, and someone who's been in the Army, been through a lot. There's something a bit off about him, how he can be so kind. Maybe that changed him for the better, who knows, but there's always something off. And as we see, there is a darker side to him which is executed really well. They just make him such a persuasive character who is so likable, and then can kind of break your heart with the news of what he's really like. Yeah, Chet is the main highlight for me from season 3. It kind of still progresses the humor the same as it should, and the characters get a bit more development, which is good. But yeah, this was very hard, but it ends up in 2nd. And you know what that means? Coming in at number 1 is season 2. As I said, season 1 laid the foundations for this show to kind of push forward and pursue more of its humor with its characters that they have let you know. So I have season 2 in a first place in a lot of my reviews because it literally just goes for it after a successful first season. And once again, that's what's happened here. I think this is the funniest the show's ever been in season 2. It just balances the humor really well with such a great storyline, and just like most shows, it kind of continues running gags from the first season into this one, which is then continued later on. I just feel like we get to see a lot of our characters more in this season, and you see them at their best, and you actually learn more about them individually. But yeah, I think this is the best the show has ever been. Great season, just like all the others, and it comes in at number 1. So now let's get on to the ratings. First, we'll look at what Rotten Tomatoes has given each season, and then you'll hear my rating. So coming in last place on Rotten Tomatoes is season 1 with 84%, which is still a good score. In third place is season 2 with 89%. Once again, great score. Now tied for second and first, they don't actually have a score from the actual critics, but I'm just going to go off the audience score. So coming in second and first is season 3 and season 4 with an audience score of 95%, which is great. But that is bound to change for season 4. But yeah, whereas I give my ratings, so in fourth place I had season 4, which I would give a 7 out of 10. You would already know that if you saw my review. Third place, season 1, I'll give that an 8 out of 10. Second place, season 3, once again, 8 out of 10. And in first place, season 2, once more, an 8 out of 10. So there was my ranking and kind of reviews of the 4 seasons of F is for Family. Let me know in the comments what your ranking is and what you think of the show overall. I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe, as I'm looking to get to at least 50 followers soon. I'm currently at 39. So just keep pushing for those little goals, and who knows where we'll end up. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.